Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the grand finals of Dreamhack Winter. The top center location of Polar Night, it is LiquidTaeja, the man who seems absolutely unstoppable in this tournament, taking a 1-0 lead in this series so far. The bottom central location is Startale Life, duking it out here for the chance to win $30,000. Both these players are fantastic Korean players. Obviously from two of our great pro-gaming teams, Startales and Team Liquid. So this finals represents just so many things that are excellent about the esports community in general. Loving the Dreamhack overlay with these nice little decals up here. We did see a nice action-packed game one from both these players. Was a fairly long game, so if you haven't caught it yet on the channel, by all means go ahead and check it out. It is the recent upload before this. Was a fantastic game. Both players trying various things to get the upper hand. Taeja, fortunately for Taeja, able to get the edge on life in that game. Actually looks like Taeja's going for some sneaky shenanigans in this game. Going to actually be throwing down what looks like the 11 double barracks proxy. So double proxy racks on 11. Now this is a really interesting choice for Taeja. I'm wondering if this choice isn't actually being forced on him by the map choice. I know Polar Night is certainly a great map for Zerg players in general. This massive starting base location with 360-degree avenues for attack does certainly make things interesting for Mutalisk once you hit the mid game. Also gives you great options as a Terran player for drops, but it seems like Taeja, keen for a quick ending to this game, is going for the 11 double rack. So Life here actually, I'm curious if Life's in fact sniffed this out with the Overlord. If we check out Life's vision for just a moment, and indeed he will. Life going to pick this up nice and early. He's got his Overlord here. He knows something's amiss, and now he's seen the barracks. This puts him in a great position, actually expanding into Taeja's own natural expansion. So he's going to be able to produce his first Zerglings actually on Taeja's side of the map. So both of our players mixing things up in a very unconventional sorry, a bit tongue-tied there, in an unconventional fashion. That's the word we're going for. So one barracks being established here, but this double proxy racks in fact had to be cancelled so that Taeja could try and wall off here. He does in fact have Zerglings being built in his natural expansion, so that's going to put quite a lot of pressure on his main. He's got an SCV and a Marine that's going to try and fall back, but it'd be very easy for Life to cut these units off. These two Zerglings are going to be able to do a lot of damage. A constructing building can't be repaired, so we'll see how much damage Life can get done on this building. Queen about to pop up. Some more Zerglings here could well do a lot of damage to Taeja. Taeja being forced to bring up his own units from the proxy, so his proxy unfortunately has done little for him, and it is in fact going to delay him substantially, as he's unable to even expand and take a base. So it will be one base play here for Taeja for the foreseeable future, as he throws down a bunker and tries to prepare for the worst here. Factory also on the way. Taeja would love to get a Widow Mine or two in play. Spinecrawler being thrown down here, so Life are very keen to continue to increase this advantage that he has got. Second Spinecrawler and third going down, so there's quite a popular strategy that Life's utilising. The Spinecrawlers do have quite large range, so if he can use an Overlord to spot the high ground, these Spinecrawlers will be able to poke away at these supply depots. So Taeja going to continue to wall up and planting his own barracks in Life's expansion, so that Life cannot take his own natural expansion. Life going to be dropping this Spinecrawler here, but there's actually two Queens already on this side of the map, so Life going to be able to transfuse these Spinecrawlers if need be. It is the slow march of the Spinecrawlers. The Spinecrawlers now are actually outranging the bunker there. Life had placed it one pixel too close to the bunker. Now you have 3 spine crawlers poking away. If nothing else, is going to be a perpetual repair cost for LiquidTaeja. Siege tank is on the way though, almost completed now. It's quick thinking for Taeja. This siege tank's going to do a lot of damage and should be able to break this contain if only Taeja can actually hold on for the next few moments. Siege tank now still unsieged and shooting away here, but the Zergling's actually going to be able to break up the ramp if need be. They're still waiting for something, and who knows what Life's waiting for here. He could break up and do quite a bit of damage. I would think he's waiting for Zergling speed here. He's transfusing these spine crawlers. A lot of money being spent on the repair for Taeja. We have 200 resources lost to 500, so Life being very cost efficient at this point. Oh, actually electing to march the spine crawlers up into the base. Zergling's here going to be trying to get it surrounding this bunker. I think that was perhaps a little bit too premature from Life. He's going to lose all 2 of the spine crawlers. 2 more on red health have fallen back, but Taeja's going to be able to push forward now. 2 siege tanks and a lot of marines. And this expansion could well be cleaned up. Oh, big Zergling force here is going to catch these marines and delay Taeja's push for some time. But Taeja would very dearly love to reclaim this natural expansion. His own command center still not under construction. Life having rebuilt his own natural and having forced the barracks to lift off is certainly a decided advantage for Life. And what an unconventional opening to this game number 2. 3 siege tanks, so there's starting to be a formidable push. Life needs to worry about not just what happens here, but what happens when he's forced to pull back. Trying to snipe these, actually going straight for the main base. Life big break into the main mineral line. A few SCVs going down here and there. These SCVs are desperately trying to continue mining, be saved in the extractor. Clever micro from Taeja is going to pick up a lot of these. Well, he's taking a lot of damage on his SCVs, but actually hasn't lost it very many at all. Still on 23 workers there. Siege tanks pushing forward. Life being forced to pull back here. Life continuing to macro up behind us. Has got 2 bases fairly well established here. Losing his, losing Taeja's natural expansion. Well, losing the expansion he'd produced in Taeja's natural anyway. Taeja's going to be able to take this base, but I think Taeja would be best served by powering forward. This nice creep tumor here is going to continue to delay this base. That was clever thinking from Life, and unfortunately it's going to give away that there is a creep tumor here. It's going to force Taeja to scan for it, but that's a scan that's worth spending in order to get back that base. Another big Zergling run by from Life is going to get caught on the ramp here and cleaned up quite quickly. Well, a few of those Zerglings able to slip their way through. Life almost completed his lair here. Lots of Zerglings being produced so that he can continue to keep Taeja on the back foot. Still no command center on the way though, so it's fairly safe to say that Taeja is committed here to some sort of push here. And in fact, we have the SCVs being pulled. Only a few of them are remaining to mine. It is an all-in for all intents and purposes by Taeja. Going to pick off any reinforcements with these groups of Zerglings. 9 Roaches on the way. He knows that this is it. He does have to stop it here and now. These Hellions actually getting picked off ahead of the push, and that's providential for Life and unfortunate for Taeja. He really does need to keep everything in play that he can. It's all in, it's all or nothing here. These Roaches would love to be focused firing these siege tanks, but the Roaches unfortunately were shooting the Marines. Any siege tank he can pick off would be advantageous. Going to pull the drones here as well. There's a lot of Roaches here. Nice transfuses from the Queen's going to force these Roaches forward, and this is looking very bad for Taeja in game number 2 as Life actually picks off the first tank, another volley takes out the second tank. These Roaches are going to be able to wall in the Marines and take them down. All the Marines do fall. Unfortunately for Taeja, he's down to 12 workers, has no natural expansion, and Taeja forced a GG out of the game. So what a remarkable game from Life. They're able to take that series very decisively. Oh, not the series, sorry. Take the game very decisively. Momentarily befuddled as this game skipped back to the start. I'd just like to go to those closing moments where the all-in was defended by Life. We can see it here. Unfortunately for Taeja, completely committed here, had no follow-up plan. Life very carefully kiting back these roaches, not pulling his workers to the last second until Taeja was pulled right in. Zerglings coming back that were roaming the middle of the map, able to pin these siege tanks here, and Taeja's unable to pull back. So just an excellent excellent strategy from Life in this game, expanding into Taeja's natural, completely took Taeja by surprise and equalised this series at 1-all. So great game out of both these players, particularly liked Life's lateral thinking there. Taeja going for the all-in, but I think he should have committed just a little bit quicker to that. He did have a few moments there where he was trying to decide. He could have pushed in before these roaches were completed. They were finished in just the nick of time for Life there, so if Taeja could have executed that just a little bit quicker, he would have been able, well, not necessarily been able to win the game, but would have been able to make a better go of that final assault. So great game out of both our players. Hope you guys are enjoying the series. It is 1-all going into game number 3, so still anyone's game yet. We hope you're enjoying the cast. By all means, go ahead and share them with your friends on Facebook, Reddit, Twitter, whatever your social media site of choice is. And we look forward to seeing you all in game number 3. Thanks guys, we'll catch you all in the next cast.